Hi, welcome to my presentation, Succeeding with Sonatinas. My name is Crystal Zimmerman. I am a professor of piano and staff accompanist here at Willamette University. And really, this lecture grew out of my love for piano literature, specifically pedagogical literature, and the fact that already I'm teaching the same sonatinas, same pieces over and over again, and I just wanted to branch out and find some new pieces to keep my students energized and myself and my teaching energized. So I hope by doing this lecture, we can look beyond some of the standards and I'm going to go ahead and start my slideshow. We can find some new pieces that maybe teaching in your studio exciting. On this first slide that I like to show images to my students a lot. I think this one is really great. It's a picture of Leopold Mozart with Wolfgang and Nannerl, and you can say that that was Wolfgang's sister, and that Leopold Mozart took Mozart all over Europe when he was about 6 years old, because both him and his sister were musical prodigies, and I think that that's just crazy to think of, a 6-year-old traveling Europe. And the other thing I like to tell students that they kind of get a kick out of, and I just try to make these older composers come alive, is trying to say Mozart's full name, which I have a cheat sheet for, of course. It's Johann Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. And that's just always fun to try for a few minutes for students. So again, just making some of these old pieces, these older composers just come alive. So we're going to look at ways that I found have been successful with my students. So why do we teach sonatinas? I think one of the reasons that we teach them is that it's kind of a necessary stage. I know for me, when we get so far in a method book, that this is the next stage. We can go into the early sonatinas. I think it's time for some real piano repertoire, pieces that use Alberti bass, scales, arpeggios, trills, and turns, different things like that. And I definitely think that it's necessary to find sonatinas and repertoire selections that you can prescribe before the masters of the canon. Before you prescribe a Beethoven or a Mozart sonata, there's so many sonatinas that you can look at. I really like looking at the multi-movement aspect of it. When I teach a sonatina, I like to teach, or at least look at, all three movements, and that's something I'm going to be encouraging throughout the lecture today. I think so often the method books and also other composers like Gerlit or Grieg or Schumann that we teach composed in the character piece form. I think this is easy to grasp, like the Schumann, if you have the Wild Rider. I mean, it's pretty easy to think of a mental image of that, and especially the music is so evocative. So it's just really fun with sonatinas to go beyond that and use our imagination and imagery to figure out what kind of characters we want to develop. The other thing I like is just the fact that it teaches sonata form early on. Even if we're just starting out with simple sections like a ternary form piece, ABA, it really just starts developing, looking at a formal analysis of a piece. And of course, technique. We like teaching sonatinas because it has scales, arpeggios, the chord progressions that are important. And I think by teaching and following a logical sequence of pieces, that as the pieces progressively get more challenging, the students are able to achieve their goal more naturally without getting frustrated.